let me share with you one of the first big steps, and hello, by the way. One of the first steps you need to do, and that is to create your classes. If you notice on the side of my computer window, I have first period, second period, third period, sixth period, so forth. Um, I put them by periods. I put what they are. I teach Intro to Engineering Design. And then I put the year because every year I create a new class group. And then I tag my name at the end just so that for the students, because they will see the title also. And they might have more than one teacher, so it's nice if they're broken up by name and by teacher name. So in order for you to create a class, you can come over to classes. If you notice, I've got all my classes here. On the side, you might notice a large plus sign, and you can create a class here. You could also join a class here. So create a class. So name your class. I recommend that you name them by period, and you could put the name of it first, like maybe bio third. You can make it shorter if you wanted. So anyways, put the class name, then you can put a basic description there if you want. Select what grades that you're covering. Of course, here at Kano, we're just covering ninth grade. Enter in what type of subject matter what you're teaching covers under. For me, the closest I could find was vocational studies. I sure hope that they put some sort of engineering or STEM eventually there, but that's what I put for mine. So put whatever yours falls under, and then you can even change the class color if you prefer. Of course, I give each one a different color, and then you would create it. I'm going to click cancel. Now, if you create them out of order, there is a little shortcut where you can grab these and move these around, and then that will change the order that they show up on your side. Now, once you create a class, let me jump into one. Once you create a class, you're of course going to need members. And once you create this class, it will put a class code here. This code is a code that you would write on your board and have the students write down or take care of right then and there. They go onto Edmodo, they set up their username. You can have them use their school email, which I tried, but a lot of the middle schools had them use the school email. And a lot of students wanted to move from middle school and make something new for high school. And that's fine if they want to do that. They can set up their own email. It's encouraged that they connect to their account to their parents, but they don't have to right away. It's up to you how you want to handle that. But you can share this class code with them. You can send an invite by email. If you have a student that came in later in the year, you can send it to them, or just have them go on, create an account, and give this class code. And especially in like now, as we as we see COVID-19, I would get them connected to your classes as soon as they come in the door, just so that they automatically have you. And then you could share that with your students. Also in this grouping, you can look off on the side, and I want to show you members. Here I have all of my students in my first period class. You can see them all listed off here. The reason why I want to show you that is they have their name. You can click on them and go to their kind of profile page. They're not necessary. You have whatever name that they gave themselves for their login. You can also come down here and view individual progress as you give them assignments. You can, if you're talking to a parent, you can give the parent a direct parent code to connect them to your class. If they have an inappropriate profile picture, you can remove that. And this is the one I use the most. That's change password. And when I click on that, I type in a password, and usually I change it to whatever basic password the school has, like Tech 2020, or I just say, stop forgetting your password. Your new password is 1234556. You could do that too. In a very rare occasion, you might remove them from a class. I've done that if I've had a student, go from first period to seventh period. Maybe I'll remove them from first period and have them connected to seventh period. At the top here, access, it says student contributor. and it says read only. So I've had a few classes where students, instead of having meaningful conversations in the chat where they might be discussing information, they're actually spending time being distracted in class. So you can set individual students to read only, to where only they can see, but they cannot add anything else beyond that. You can actually set the entire group to that, to read only. If you're having a problem with the whole entire class, you can set them to read only, and maybe later you can give it back to them. It's up to you, because that's your classroom and how you want to run it. Another thing I wanted to show you was small groups. Let me show it to you in one of my other classes. So at this current moment, the district is asking us to send a questionnaire to everyone in 8th period. So I created a little small group. It's easy. You just hit the plus sign, name it, and I posted in here the questionnaire, told them what to do and where to go. And then I'm going to just click this little plus button here, and sorry, not that, members. I'm going to click on the members, and I'm going to add members, and I'm going to add all of my students so that they all can have access to this questionnaire the district wants them to write. In other groups that I've been in, and I'm fairly new to using these small discussion groups on the side. In other groups that I'm in, they use the small groups as discussion areas and places to share work, which is what I'll probably have in this class. If you look off to the side, in my training class, you'll see something very similar to where y'all can share and help answer questions, because that type of dialogue is very important. And this type of setting really takes this from just a, a basic assist in your classroom to just substitute technology in for kind of pencil and paper, to allowing kind of higher order thinking where students can discuss and learn from each other. So the small groups and the posting area where students can make comments and have discussions at the bottom of your post that you give. This type of discussion is important because you can have peer-on-peer learning. The last thing I do want to show you for your classroom is the library. In the library, you can upload files in here, PowerPoints, Word documents, PDFs, anything, pictures. All your quizzes that you create and assignments that you create can also be stored in here. But you can also link a OneDrive folder or a Google Drive account where you might already have a lot of files uploaded. This gives you easy access to information. I've used the library sometimes. Most times I just upload it from my own computer. I don't know the full advantage of using the library, but it is handy to have it right there, and some people really prefer to have it this way. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave some questions in the comment section of this post, or the discussion board in the small group. Whoa, I forgot one thing. So when you're ready to archive your class, because the year is done, let me show you how to do that. When you click on these little dots on the side and go down to advanced settings, you can change some settings there if you wanted to, but then you can click archive class. And once you do that, it allows the students to still get to the class, but it's closed off for the year. Thank you. Bye.